Well, speaking of Massachusetts, what exactly happened with you and the Boston bomber?
Oh man. That was a long time ago, but essentially like, the Boston scene when you're coming up, still to this day, it's like a rowdy scene if you go downtown and shit, people like fighting and shit like that. It's like a fight culture city. And I was fighting with this kid that I knew, and we were getting the better of him. And he was with this guy in a trench coat and shit. And I guess during the altercation, the dude in the trench coat, he pushed me like this, like he hit me with some martial arts type shit. Broke my clavicle bone, spun me around type shit. Punched this is gonna sound like a Freaky Zeke story, but like I can tell this is like, I don't know, it's like fucking 14 years old or something. This is like a long time ago. However long. But yeah, so we're getting the best of this kid, downtown Boston, regular shit, fighting. And the kid was with, the Boston Marathon bomber, the older brother.
So this was the younger. Okay, the kid that punched you was with the marathon bomber.
No kid punched me, Vlad.
I thought he said he hit you in the.
No. So we're beating up some kid who happened to be with Tsarnaev, the older brother, who fights MMA and shit like that.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I didn't know that though at the time. He just seemed like a square in a trench coat. He did some shit like this to me, broke my clavicle bone, spun me around. We had this dude with us who just got out of jail. I think I had just met him that day. He was a big dude. Boom, he hit him, knocked him out, or at least knocked him to the ground. And then I was with my man, I'm not gonna say his name, but I was with my man who's like, he's a real fighter. Like, it was my best friend growing up, still one of my best friends, but he's a real fighter. And he squared up with the marathon bomber. I'm still on the floor, I'm fucked up. This is the first real like loss I took. We would fight downtown a lot, and my man was really on, like my man, a crusher UFC fighter. So he squares up with the marathon bomber, and other things happen. More of us start, piling in. But I just remember him telling me that the marathon bomber was hitting the flaps on his coat and squaring up. He was hitting the flaps on his trench coat, and he would square up. And he was saying like fight me, like basically like, fight me fair type shit. Like, but my man was like, hell no. And shit transpired, and a couple days later, I had got a message from this guy, Tsarnaev, because they're from Cambridge. So the Boston Marathon bomber's from like 2 minutes from where I live.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a message through someone saying, yo, tell Millyz I'm a fan of his rap. I never meant to like hurt him. I was just trying to stop him from beating my man up. That's why I did the move to, like, he didn't inflict trauma to my head or my face or anything like that. You see what I'm saying? Purposely.
Mm-hmm.
This is what makes me think he didn't really bomb the marathon either.
Okay.
No, follow me.
All right, let's hear it.
So I hit the ground or whatever, all of that shit's going on. A couple days later, he sends word, yo, tell Millyz, like, yo, I apologize. I'm a fan of, like, his rap and shit, because I always been, like, a big local rapper. I'm a fan of his rap and shit. I didn't mean to do that. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I think probably, like, 6 months later, we saw on the TV, boom, the marathon bombing. We're all tuned in and shit. I actually saw the state police cars going by type shit. And I see, like, eventually somehow they put his picture and his brother's picture, and everybody just starts sending me,
So this is the guy that hit you in the.
So he hit me with some,
Yeah.
But he did this all in one move. He hit me in the shoulder, turned around, hit the big dude I was with, swung on my man. My man said he heard the breeze go by his ear, and then he started flapping his coat. He was a real fighter, like, he was really like that. But yeah, we saw his picture on TV, and everybody started hitting me like, yo, that's the dude you fought downtown, bro. And they were saying he was the Boston Marathon bomber. But my thing was like, if he was the Boston Marathon bomber, if he did that all by himself, why did he have the empathy to reach out to me and feel the need to like apologize if he was such a stone cold killer?
Well, I mean, people are multidimensional. Just because they're one way for this particular
I'll
purpose.
take that because I don't even want to get into it. I don't even want no conspiracy theory. You're either gonna have me in Guantanamo Bay or some shit. I keep talking about this.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like, how often do you hear of, someone doing something horrific and their mother is like, he was a great boy. This can't be true. He was so kind and loving. Probably with you he was, but
no,
he just killed.
I could see that.
How many people do they kill? Like, hold on a second. How many people died?
Like 3 or something.
3 people died.
Yes,
but 269 people were injured. These were like nail bombs, I think, right?
Yeah.
They threw a bunch of nails with an explosive device in the middle of it, and nails just went everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, this is horrific, man. Fuck those guys. Maybe y'all are cool because he apologized, but fuck that guy.
No, I'm not saying I'm cool with them.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
I'm not
Seriously.
I'm not saying I'm cool with them. I'm just saying that raised suspicion that, like, if he was, the only person involved in doing that. I don't know. There's a lot of people with a lot of suspicious shit. Like, if you actually look into that, the FBI, somebody called in about a murder that he was connected to. The FBI went to question the person who called in about the murder, and they ended up killing that guy too. Look that up. A guy who had information on the Boston Marathon bomber being linked to a killing in Waltham and shit like that.
Huh. Okay.
A guy called and said, yo, I got information about this. The FBI went out and saw him and they murdered him. And they said he rose up with a mop ring. So there's other shit that you don't know about that I ain't gonna go into, like,
fair enough.
OD, but there's conspiracy theories about that. But something that's not a conspiracy is that's the only, loss I took as a grown man was to the Boston Marathon bomber. Fuck is dudes talk about? None of y'all can say it. No, I'm playing. Go ahead. You heard? All my shit are untouched. For real.